Hello and welcome to Project Cars 2 with Mystex24. We are again doing the A to Z Bathurst time trial. This is car number 24, the Bentley Speed 8. As you may see, we've got a loaded Ghost, 149.539. We are going to be aiming to beat him today. That is my plan. So, we are going to go to the tune here. As you see, I did take the Ghost setup, but then I went and looked at the setup, and he hadn't really changed a whole lot. Let's just say that. So it was pretty much default. I used hard slicks here instead. It actually puts soft slicks on this car by default by weather, but honestly, I think the hards still work better just because it's so hot here. 127 degrees Fahrenheit track temp, and that's pretty hot. So the harder carcass withstands the heat a bit better. Okay, oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. We'll go to braking here. So we got 85%. I think this was at 96. I kept locking the tires up. I had to move it down, which I generally do anyway. Once I got better pedals, it was a lot easier to not use full brake on cars. Brake balance, 57 at the front, 43 at the rear, so I went forward a bit, which I generally do here as well, because of the downhill section. Don't like to lose the rear end, which this car does do. It'll still do it, actually, even like this, but it's pretty good. He had front duct and rear duct set to like 75, I think. I put him to 50. I think I'm going to move him down to 40, quite honestly. I usually have him at like 15 during time trial, but I was trying to a little bit higher. Front downforce, this is default at 5. I've moved the rear downforce to 9, which I think default is 7. It's having a real hard time getting around the fast right-hander after the straight, which this downforce in the rear has solved that problem. So, feeling pretty good about these laps after that. I've been basically trying to figure that out all night. And we've cracked the code, I think. I also moved the weight bias to the rear more. It was set a little bit further forward. I was just trying to plant the rear end a bit better. It just kept losing the rear end on the fast right-hander, so what we did there. Let's see here. Suspension, I didn't change the first 3. Caster camber and ride height are all default. I believe, sorry, my neck hurts. Need to crack. I believe the spring rate on the front is, I think it went up 1, maybe 2 ticks. It was already set to understeer. It was still oversteering quite a bit because, I mean, it's got high downforce. So, kind of said this before with the high downforce cars. I mean, they have a lot of downforce, so they steer well. You know, you can make them understeer and oversteer more, but it's a bit less pronounced, I think, in these cars, just because there's so much force pushing the car down to the ground. The rear camber, I'm not sure. This is close to default. It might be a little less. It may have been negative 2.8 before. These two are both default. I did move the toe angle to point. I just moved it to 0, so the wheels are straight. No toe in the front. I tried it. It was set to negative, which I didn't really care for, because it can really cause oversteer during mid corner, since the outside wheel is actually pointing in towards the chassis. Since that wheel is getting all of the weight put on it, like taking a right-hander, the left-hand wheels are getting more weight put on them. So if you've got the toe angle like that, you're going to get a bit stronger turn from that wheel since it's pointing inward towards the corner. I also tried positive, which gives you a little better turn in, but understeer a bit more on throttle, which I didn't really care for that. The turn in was too much for me. I did lower the anti-roll bar, I believe, by 1 on the rear. Like, again, trying to plant the rear a bit more. Didn't move the toe. Dampers, the bump stop I did go down like 1, maybe 2 on both. I think maybe just 1 on the front. Not sure if I went down 1 on the rear too. I'm still kind of messing around with that. I kind of understand it, sort of. Not as much as I should probably. Slow bump, I went up with this, trying to... Well, did I go up? Can't remember. I think I did go up, actually, and that was only because of the bump transition, which... I think other than the slow bump, I haven't changed. The fast bump I did change on the front and the rear. I know I went up one on both of those, trying to make the car understeer more on curbs and not oversteer so much. And then I moved the bump transition up, which should have made the overall dampening at the beginning of it not so intense. Should be a little slower, I guess. That's how I understand it. Fuel load, 1 liter like usual, 100% boost pressure. Radiator opening I've set to 13%. I'm just kind of set it wherever. The motor's fine for 3 laps, so we're going to keep it there. Engine braking, I'm not sure if this was set to 1. I'm not sure. It's at 0 though, so like all coast. I have changed the final drive. I went left 1, so it's longer gear ratios, which personally I like the longer gear ratios a lot more in these cars generally, so that's what I did with that. We turned off the traction control a bit, went up to 36% on that, so not too bad there. I don't really want to mess with that anymore. I don't think I'm going to either, so. Clutch LSD we do have on, which is the default. I've moved the preload down quite a bit and reduced the clutches that are in there. I think these two are fairly close to default. This might have been 60 before, 65 now. Kind of was trying to get a pretty loose diff in the rear because the rear end just kept coming out on me. And then once it was out, I couldn't save it because the diff wasn't allowing me to do so. Alright. So that does it for our setup. Let's go take our 3 laps, shall we? Alright, here's our 3 laps in the Bentley Speed 8. Man, I'm really aiming for this first place time. I've been trying like crazy tonight, not gonna lie. Really want it. I know I can get it. Second gear, get it tucked in on the gas. That was better. About 6,800 RPM. I can't see the RPM gauge lights, so slow down a bit more there just so I can get her tucked in nice and neat. I know he's a little bit quicker than I am there, but that's okay. Let's keep this right here. Out from the outside, in we go, not bad. He made a bit of a mistake there. He definitely lost some speed. Gaining on him. Oh! Alright, here we go. Down the mountain we go. First gear. Keep her close to the wall. This is where he makes a mistake. I got out of there pretty good. Second gear. First gear. Get her tucked in on the gas. Not bad. Here we go. This could be it. Oh, come on, baby. Let's do it. This could be it. Not the greatest second sector, but it was not bad. We're right on him. Let's get him in the third sector. Come on, you dirty girl. Let's do it. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be close. Oh. Do we actually beat him? I have no idea. We're just going to keep going. See if we can do it again. I don't know if that was fast enough. Oh, man. It looked like we were ahead of him. Whew. All right, let's keep going. Wow, we're on him again. Let's do it. Come on, Bentley. Let's show the consistency that you have. You're a pretty good car. Hold third gears. First gear. Dive it in. Easy on the gas. Into second. Into third. Full throttle. Into fourth. We're gonna hold it. Full throttle. Oh yeah, full throttle through this whole section. Let's go. Easy, easy on the steering. Easy on the steering. Gotta throw her down the mountain. Go first gear. Keep it on the inside. Pretty good, pretty good. Gotta keep it on the inside down here as well. I got a little loose like he did that lap. Not bad though. Oh, I have no idea if I beat him or not. What was his time? My potential previous bet. Oh, I did beat him. Nice. That was a world record. Holy moly. I got the look finally. Woo! Got on the first lap there. Let's see if we can beat him another time. Maybe beat my own time. Oh man, we did it finally. Even with that sketchy last corner, I did not think I was going to get him. I braked way too late. Alright, we're going to take a one last send-off lap, third lap in the Bentley Speed 8. I crashed it on the third lap during the consecutive 3-lap run. I backed out to put the time on the board for sure and brought my own ghost back. Oh look, it's doing that thing again where it's... Oh man, it's like, is the car broken? Maybe. This has been a pretty fun car, this. I'm kind of interested to see what the other LMP 900s are, because I don't know what other LMP 900s there are. I've driven the Audi already, which I think I like a little bit better than this car. Although, I think it's a situation where track dependent. I think the car would depend on what, the track would depend on what car I decide that I want to use. Because this car, I think it's a little bit bigger than the Audi. Oh, wow, wall hit, sorry. I think it's a little bit bigger than the Audi, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, we're just taking a send-off lap. Oh, Jesus, can we just get a good lap? 3, 2, 1, send-off, Bentley Speed 8. Alright, so I brought my own ghost for the third lap. And I'm not necessarily trying to beat it. This is more of like a send-off lap for this Bentley. It's been nice to me. It's been a pretty up and down roller coaster with this car. Me and it went round and around with its swagging butt for quite a while. It was just, I thought I had it for a while, and then I didn't, and then I thought I had it again, didn't. We've prevailed though. It's interesting going against my own ghost. Pretty spot on there, ghost. Don't lose it. Holy moly, wow, that was really close. I didn't mean to make the third lap a drift lap. I don't know that I can get down through this section much faster. I basically have to be ahead from the first sector. This part I can for sure. I know that. But keep her close to the wall. Whew, yeah, it was real slow through there. My gusto for the third lap has dissipated a bit. The adrenaline high is gone from the setting the record, especially when I didn't even think I had gotten the record. I wasn't even sure. Whew, what a car. Just remember, if you drive this car, it likes the rear end to come out. It just likes it, and not a lot, but if you drive it improper, it will tell you very quickly, hey, don't do that, because you're going to be looking at a wall, or you're going to be in the wall. So alright, a 151 for that lap. Not exactly the greatest last lap, but we are going to go check the leaderboard now. Whew. All right, Bentley. Yes, we shall quit the session. Thank you. All right, so we did achieve first place by the slightest margin. 0.020 is what I got him by. Whew, man, that was fun. I'll tell you what, both the Bentleys I drove, very, very exciting cars. This thing is quite the machine, really. It's a lot of fun. It's got so much downforce. Really, oh, so that car's traction control. This car actually doesn't have traction control. Didn't even look at that. Interesting. Weighs quite a bit more too, huh? Huh. Close 0 to 100 acceleration though. That's pretty interesting, actually. This car is from 2003. All right, so that was car number 24. Really, yeah, the cornering speed of this Bentley, compared to a GT3 car, the LMPs are a pretty good step up in speed. You're just going way faster around corners, and the brakes are better. The acceleration is a little bit better. Top speed is obviously better, so you're going faster all the time. And it makes for a very exciting experience. These LMPs and any of the LMPs, LMP 900, LMP1, LMP2, they all are just an assault on your senses when you jump in them, especially for the first time. If you haven't driven one in a while, it takes some getting used to when you first jump in. It's like, whoa, that is really fast. And the steering feels a little different because it's pretty light in these cars. Lot lighter than the GT3 car. It's got a lot more feedback coming through the wheel, I would say. You do feel it in the corners with the LMP 900, but that's about it. All right, so we're going to go take a look at car number 25, which is going to be the 1M Coupe. Do we have a green one? Nice. That's the one I'm going to use. You're a can. BMW 1 Series M Coupe. This is a 6-speed H-pattern car with a straight 6, 155 miles an hour, 4.69 acceleration, 0 to 100, 340 horsepower. That's not too bad, actually. 3,240 pounds. It's fairly heavy. This car should be pretty fun, I bet. I'm feeling it's gonna like the rear end out a bit. So that's considered a Road E car. All right, that's gonna be car number 25. Next time, I will see you guys next time. Talk to you guys next time.